Do you like heavy textured art that delights as it weirds you out and shocks you? Ever wondered what kind of webcomic Salvador Dali might make? Well, we have your next binge read with Tearcom. The comic follows the Drithers, a government-contracted group of individuals with unnatural abilities tasked with the objective of keeping what is considered society functioning. Tearcom is a Drither, but her true objective is fighting. Follow Tearcom and her co-workers as they complete nonsensical tasks and battle strange foes in a wasteland. Tearcom, a comic about animals and punching things. Read it now at tearcom.thecomicseries.com. That's TIRKOM.thecomicseries.com. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Supernatural Selection. I'm your host, Kevin the Bastard. With me is Mike the Skeptic. Mike, how are you this week?
Are there actually, are they gentlemen and ladies? You sure?
Sure. And other.
Both of them?
There's no telling what we've got.
Well, I just want some empirical proof there.
I have none.
Oh, damn.
Like every other topic I discuss on this show, I have no
just
empirical proof. Yep.
So this is just Mike's way of asking for people to send pictures of their genitals to the email then, correct?
I would like to discourage that in the strongest possible sense. Also with us back... sorry, Mike.
I would have to say, as beautiful as the human body can be, sometimes the genitals are the worst part.
Yeah,
to look at.
That's really true. And back with us this week after his trip to the musicals, Mr. David Davis. David, how are you doing, buddy?
I am in free speech jail, and I am loving it.
Oh, really? Are you?
Yes.
You both tilted at those windmills this week, didn't you?
Oh, boy. Let me tell you.
Yeah, I'm off Twitter for about 5 more days because I told Elon Musk to step on a Lego, and that is apparently hateful conduct.
I love that stepping on a Lego is more serious than stubbing your toe. I got 10 hours. You got a week.
Well, have you ever stepped on a Lego, sir?
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty hardcore there.
Okay, yeah. Fair enough.
Thug life.
Yeah, thug life. Yeah. I'm so proud of us, though. Seriously, as a lot of fun. Members of this society, we have definitely had our fun this week.
So as someone that is not, super jazzed about Elon Musk either, I will have to say that this pretty much seems to be. I know other people that have gotten Twitter timeouts,
right,
for other things. I think they're just stepping up enforcement of rule enforcement, or if that makes sense.
Well, here's the thing. You would think that, but I have been kicked off Twitter for 7 days. Meanwhile, I've seen at least 3 accounts that have successively posted the N-word 17 times. So
that's not. But see, every case that I've seen has been like, not exactly wishing harm on someone, but even jokingly, wishing harm on someone seems to Twitter the algorithm, because it's not. This is not like people. This is all algorithm.
So I've seen someone threaten someone to rope them for they wanted to hang someone because of their religious affiliation, and I reported it, and it did not apparently violate the code of conduct. So. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I don't know what to say, because I've seen other, one of my friends got a Twitter timeout for it was a picture he posted 3 years ago that had text alluding to something like that. It was really something like in the spirit of y'all, some very minor inconvenience on someone.
May you fall down face first with your hands in your pockets.
Yeah, something like that. And,
right.
they got it even though they had posted it so long ago. And it could be, just Elon troves are out there, roving around looking for, slights to their Lord and Savior.
Yeah. Here's a question.
All I want is I want him to see a fucking goblin someday. That way we can do an episode on him and I can just excoriate him for 45 minutes.
Oh my God, that would be great. But also, I just want to say that I'm probably going to go on Twitter tomorrow and post, I hope I step on a Lego and see what happens.
Well, yeah.
Just say it.
Is that technically self-abuse?
Yes.
Everything I do is self-abuse in one form or another.
Especially the way he eats, Jesus.
Oh, my God. Yeah, no, the things I do, it's terrible. So, this week, we're going to be talking about internet snake oil, right? Mm-hmm. I'm excited about this.
Mm-hmm. So, should I go ahead and kick us off?
Well, please do. We got a lot to cover, and we're not even going to get to do questions this time.
Yeah. Spoiler alert, this is an episode that I wrote, so it ends up being long.
So we have a long way to go and a short way to get there, short time to get there.
Something like that.
Okay, so, Kevin, Mike, what do you know about snake oil salesmen?
Well, they generally sell oil that comes from snakes out of the trunk of their car over at the Five and Dime.
I was going to say mostly.
That's where I buy all my snake oil, though. So they're great. Yeah.
Do you use it in the truck?
No. I use it to oil my snakes.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
It's not oil made from snakes.
It's made
oil for snakes.
Yeah, man. Dry snakes are a big problem.
How else do you get that nice glisten on them?
I did not know that. I feel so stupid because I just always picture flim flam men in films.
Like, squeezing a snake and just wringing it out.
But there was that time I found that bottle of snake oil cure at the flea market. And I bought it for a former friend of ours, and I wish I had kept it.
Yeah.
But it's basically cure-alls that cure nuns.
Now was it like a antique sisters? Bottle, or was it?
Yeah, no, it was from the 1920s.
Oh, wow. Ooh.
Yeah, you remember
I bought it? You son of a bitch.
I bought it for, I will beep the name.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Yeah, no, should have kept that.
Yeah. But so it cures nuns, huh? Like,
yep.
What does it cure them from? Like
flying,
priests,
flying.
Flying.
Yeah,
that could be annoying if you don't want to fly.
Yeah, no.
It cures them of their inhibitions if they're the nuns from Verdun.
Ooh, sexy nunisms.
Yes. So,
yeah.
All right. So yeah, I mean, there is some snake squeezing involved.
Snake squeezing.
And there is some cure nunnery going on.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be working with the article "A History of Snake Oil Salesmen" by NPR reporter Lakshmi Gandhi for our framing of the idea of snake oil.
Now, I'm going to ask something real quick that I forgot to put down in here. Is Lakshmi Gandhi, was that formerly Lakshmi Singh?
That I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised.
Or is now know. Lakshmi Singh. Let me look it up.
Ooh, good question.
You read and I'll look up.
Yeah, okay. You go ahead and start your thing. I'm just curious because I was a big fan of Lakshmi Singh's reporting.
Yeah, no, I still hear her on NPR. So,
sure.
Because I'm one of those assholes who listens to NPR on the radio. Speaking of the radio, by the way, nothing makes you feel more like a ghost than listening to a podcast that you're normally on and you're not on. I missed you guys so much, and I kept hearing spots where I could talk, and I was like, it's like I'm a ghost.
We missed you too, buddy. It was fun, but like if you had been there, it would have been that much more fun. So
yeah,
I'm just glad you're back now.
I'm back, and I'm never leaving. You can't get rid of me.
And you will now make us pay by having this super long episode. So let's get to it.
Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and quote the introduction from that article because I think it has an important tie to the topic we're discussing today.
All right.
So, snake oil salesman. The phrase conjures up images of seedy profiteers trying to exploit an unsuspecting public by selling it fake cures. In fact, the Oxford English Dictionary defines snake oil as, quote, a quack remedy or panacea, What the OED does not note, however, is that the history of snake oil is linked to an often forgotten chapter of Asian American history.
Oh boy.
So, and that's going to be important based on the subject of our episodes.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and kind of give us this little summary of like how snake oil works, and then we'll get into like who we're actually talking about. So,
Okay.
the term's origins come from the 1800s. With an influx of Chinese workers laboring on the Transcontinental Railroad, the Asian American population exploded, with estimates of up to 180,000 Chinese immigrants in the U.S. between the 1850s and 1880s.
And I feel it would be remiss if I didn't bring up the fact that the United States has a very problematic history with immigrants in general, and those of Asian origin in particular. You know, I mean, like, let's not even talk about World War II, you know?
Yeah, there's a really dark history here that we're going to be kind of like glossing over a little bit.
Yeah,
so,
just know that it's there, and maybe someday we'll come back and do like a history thing about it. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
All right, to interject, different people.
Oh,
Singh and Gandhi are two different ladies.
okay. Apparently,
Okay.
NPR just friggin' attracts people named Lakshmi.
Yeah.
So, along with these immigrants came their culture and medicine, and among that medicine was actual oil derived from snakes, specifically Chinese water snakes. Now, this oil is rich in omega-3 acids and can be used to fight inflammation. This was a general defense against muscle inflammation and joint soreness for many of the Chinese railroad workers.
That's very true, and I just need to know, is it too early for a watch out for snakes joke?
Yes.
So did I do the Week in Weird story about the snake wine? Did I tell you about that?
Snake? Yeah, where the guy got bit by the... Yes,
yeah.
yes,
Okay.
you did.
That just made me think of that.
Yeah.
I couldn't
That's
remember
right.
if I actually just thought of putting it in there or actually talked about it.
Or if I just had a dream about it.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, good.
So the idea is that like inevitably this oil would then be shared with the American workers of like different ethnic backgrounds, and that's where all this trouble starts.
Oh, boy. You bring white Americans into it.
You share your culture with white Americans, and they just fuck it all up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You bring your stuff over, what do you get? Panda Express.
So the effectiveness of such treatment would be an inspiration. I'm going to quote Gandhi's article again. Quote, as the word of healing powers of Chinese snake oil grew, many Americans wondered how they could make their own snake oil here in the United States. Because there were no Chinese water snakes handy in the American West, many healers began using rattlesnakes to make their own version of snake oil. Thus, the inevitable, white people trying to do what other cultures are doing, but worse.
Goddamn, I'm looking at you, Elvis. Oh, my God. Seriously, though? Rattlesnakes?
So, enter Clark Stanley, or
boy.
the Rattlesnake King. The former cowboy had claimed
boy.
he learned about the healing power of rattlesnakes from Hopi medicine men. Rather than attributing it to his skewed knowledge of the already existing inspiration of Chinese snake oil.
So not only is it Asian appropriation, it's also Native American appropriation.
I swear to God, do not get me started on the quack garbage that gets blamed on Native Americans. Anytime my mom had a terrible medical idea, she'd say it was Choctaw, and the next thing I know, I'm getting an enema. I mean, like, there was one time, like, my arm got burned, and she's like, we need to put it in a fire, and I'm like, the hell you do?
Jesus.
That's a Choctaw remedy. I'm like, well, there's a reason we don't do that.
So, as a flim-flam man, he was quite the showman. Again, I am quoting Gandhi. Quote, Joe Schwartz, the director of McGill University's Office for Science and Society, described the scene in this 2008 article. Quote, Stanley reached into a sack, plucked out a snake, split it open, and plunged it into the boiling water. When the fat rose to the top, he skimmed it off and used it on the spot to create Stanley's snake oil, a liniment that was immediately snapped up by the throng that had gathered to watch the spectacle.
Jeez, come one, come all, the Stanley's animal cruelty exhibit. Snakes, dogs, and possums murdered while you wait.
We pound dogs to a pulp.
Jesus God. Come get your cat flapjacks. What the fuck, man? This is terrible.
Makes a great frisbee.
Oh my
Howls
God.
as you throw it.
I can picture this guy today. He's the kind of guy that would take his cat and turn it into a drone.
But damn it.
What you got, Mike? Come on, man. Bring it.
But nowadays, if you're in public and trying to sell off your snake squeezins, they arrest you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, we're actually about to get into that, aren't we?
Well,
yeah.
Your snake squeezins.
Yeah. I've seen those videos too.
Ask me how I know.
No.
Ask me about my rap sheet.
I'm not asking you about your rap sheet, your bebop, your hip hop sheet, or anything.
But
So
I got the dulcet tones and the mad fat flow.
Yeah, but how sick are your
Snake fat?
rhymes?
Yes.
snake fat flow.
Yes.
That was my rap name, Snake Fat.
Snake Fat? Wow. You were the shittiest member of the Fat Boys.
No.
So
No, it was a Tribe Called Quest.
oh my God.
Damn it. Oh, God.
All right. So it turns out, however, that his product did not have any legitimate snake oil at all.
I'm astounded.
I know. I just pulled the biggest oh no shock face ever.
Right. So the Pure Food and Drug Act of 1906, which would be one of the steps towards forming the FDA, one of America's best ideas gone terribly wrong, sought to expose and remove fraud medications. A 1917 investigation revealed the main ingredients in Stanley snake oil were, quote, mineral oil, a fatty oil believed to be beef fat, red pepper, and turpentine.
Well, yeah, you know how many freaking rattlesnakes you'd have to cut open and catch
Yeah.
and process. I mean, eventually, I'm sure, probably at first, like the first couple of bottles were actual snake oil. He's like, this is untenable. I can't sit here.
Can't keep, yeah.
I'm getting bit every day. I'm gonna die. Oh, here's some mineral oil and beef fat. That'll work.
Well, my favorite thing is turpentine, because I can already see the logic. He's looking at the bottle going, is it preservative?
I'm pretty sure it was just whatever he had in his, I guess he didn't have a shed. Whatever,
You know this motherfucker was in like a tinker wagon.
Yeah, so he probably just went into the local general store, started looking around, like, okay, his arms bandaged up from all the snake bites. He's like woozy
So you're
from
saying
the
he's a
venom.
Pentecostal.
Yeah,
Yes, exactly.
he's woozy from the venom, just looking around. Okay, here's some
Turpentine, this'll work.
turpentine and some tallow. I need to sit down.
Shit.
You know what would have solved his problem?
What's that?
One anaconda.
Ooh, you know what? You're right. I can't argue with that.
But his anaconda didn't want none because he didn't have
Because he
buns
couldn't
on.
afford the buns. Because he was buying too much turpentine.
Oh yeah. Nope. Can't inject your buns with turpentine. It doesn't work.
So he was guilty of all this.
Yeah,
What kind of stiff penalties did they levy on him?
It had to be something incredibly severe, right?
Like $200, $300?
1,000.
Stanley was fined $20,
God damn it!
which he paid. So at least he paid it.
Yeah.
And Americans began to start looking at false curatives and remedies as snake oil.
So that began the ridiculously low penalties for violating the FDA's acts and everything.
Yeah.
Even
Thanks,
to this
FDA.
day. Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
I mean,
Yep.
I like what they do, but they need more teeth, like fangs, maybe.
Yeah.
The FDA
Snake
was a
fangs.
good idea, and then it shit the bed. So
Yeah. We'll get into that.
So this Asian American historical connection is important because today's primary subject is an Asian American con man, conspiracy theorist, and internet weirdo.
What, there's
Today-
weirdos on the internet?
Yes,
I've never met them before.
Today we will be talking about the wacky world of Alex Chiu and his immortality devices.
God damn it.
Have either of you heard of this gentleman before?
Oh, I think
Obviously.
Mike has. I heard about him a little bit through you and Mike, but Mike, Mike has strong memories.
Yeah, so I spent an inordinate amount of time on the awful forums, and in the like probably right around 2000s, 2001.
Yeah, around the time the towers went down.
So yeah, I really started, pretty much right after 9/11, being on the awful forums a lot. And pretty much right after, right after maybe 02, 03, he like came to prominence same time as Time Cube, actually.
Yeah.
In fact, in such a way that, if you remember from the Time Cube episode,
Mike actually had them confused.
I asked if, what was the Time Cube guy's name?
I don't fucking remember. I purged that shit.
But I asked if he was like a young Asian guy, because that's Alex Chiu I was thinking of, because I remember going to both these websites, because we're just, the awful forms was just riffing on them and just mining it for all the comedy gold they could. And so, yes, I am, unfortunately, it's all lost to time, but I do have a quivering little memory of Alex Chiu. That's like,
well, my friend,
scared.
I'm taking you down a trip to memory lane.
I think
tonight.
Yes.
I'm gonna rephrase that as "you're fucked me, old beauty."
So, one thing that we should probably talk about is that like snake oil is still very much a thing today.
Oh, yeah.
Look at any supermarket shelf that has like the copper bracelets on it.
As seen on TV merchandise.
Well, so some as seen on TV is fine, but I'm talking, mostly the quote unquote remedies.
Yeah.
The copper knee pads and elbow things and bracelets and
the healing power of copper.
My mom, when she was diagnosed with cancer, I cannot tell you how many of those friggin' copper bracelets she bought. Yeah.
How'd that work out for her?
She's dead.
Okay, so we know that probably the copper did not help.
It in fact did not work, and she continued to look like a lich.
No. So, flimflammery is still something that thrives in America.
Yes, it does.
One could argue that for about 4 years it became a national identity.
It did.
This was pretty recently. So, such trickery in medicine has grown slippery in the recent 20 years or so, as the FDA's effectiveness has been decimated by special interests, political maneuvering by oligarchs.
Yes.
That's a subject for a different sort of podcast, however.
Yeah, I don't think that's within the scope of what we're doing unless they somehow manage to legalize chupacabra squeezins.
Yeah, if you're interested in that sort of subject and just like the weird history of the FDA, I recommend Robert Evans's Behind the Bastards.
Great podcast, by the way.
Greatest podcast on the internet. I'm sorry, we're close, but
that and like hardcore history, probably two of the best.
Yeah. So this means that such fake medicines and alternative therapies have found their ways to weasel around the rules.
Yes.
So let's talk about one of those weasels. What do you two know about Dr. Mehmet Oz?
Is that the Dr. Phil asshole?
Dr. Oz.
He could literally be the asshole of Dr. Phil, yes.
Yeah, I just know that I don't like the man for his quackery.
I already didn't like him, and then COVID happened, and he started diarrhea, literal diarrhea started coming out of his mouth, and so...
this is going to be fun.
I had no respect for him before, and then that diarrhea made me go, oh, you're really just a fucknut, aren't you?
Yeah, fuck that guy.
So... the strange thing is that our likely future president, Dr. Mehmet Oz,
God damn it,
is still considered to be a rather brilliant surgeon, arguably one of the best around.
They said that about the guy that, like, the Doctor of Death guy too.
Well, they said that about Ben Carson. Wasn't he like a really good doctor, but he was a shitty person every other way?
He's dead.
Yeah, he was a brain surgeon. That takes like legitimate skill to be a brain surgeon.
But saying he was a brilliant surgeon reminds me. Have either of you seen Scrubs?
Yes.
Remember the surgeons were stupid bro frat boys.
Yes.
Banana hammocks.
Yeah.
Banana hammock.
I mean that's what makes me. It just makes me think of that the surgeons don't have to know anything. The surgeons are like people mechanics. Mm-hmm. They don't have to have a lot of like critical thinking skills and diagnosing. They just have to like be able to, stick your bits back together.
Yeah.
Well, let's hope you don't have to go in for surgery within the next 6 months.
And hopefully none of them have listened to this, because we have a lot of surgeons come in the store and pick up those business cards, Mike.
Yeah.
We might be fucked.
We don't know if they're surgeons. They could be any kind of.
There's a couple of them I know are surgeons.
Well, if you're a surgeon, you better be, smart.
So
here's the thing. Dr. Oz, like as a surgeon, he is brilliant. He is recognized for his skill.
Right.
However, this has been overshadowed by his track record of pushing controversial claims and treatments on his nationally syndicated, extremely popular television show.
Where's that gun, Mike? I know it's kind of early in the show, but like...
It's all the way over there.
Okay. Well, fuck it then.
So... among some of the unusual or outright false claims suggested by, again, he is a medical professional on his television show include 1. An entire episode suggesting that there were dangerous levels of arsenic in apple juice to the degree that he made hay about it for a whole fucking episode.
What?
I just picture him going, Mom, are you scared now? Are you scared, Mom?
Right, so is there a small level of arsenic in apple juice? Sometimes. Do you need to devote an hour to scare moms about it? Probably not.
Well, the thing is, the arsenic is in the seeds, and the seeds are taken out. And some of the arsenic, minuscule amounts, are going to end up in the juice, but we're talking like minuscule amounts in a vat.
Yeah, and so there's... So that's the same thing as going on with like, what was it? Like mercury and lead.
Oh, yeah.
You're hearing a lot of people make hay about minute traces of either of those being found when, you probably get more mercury exposure eating tuna and,
Yeah.
lead. So both of those things, I mean, while your body, they're not great for your body, but there is a certain amount that your body can handle and, get rid of, and will never cause you a problem ever.
But look, if you're not the first emperor of China and you're not mainlining mercury, you're going to be fine.
Yeah,
exactly.
And can we just, like, why get pissed off at apples?
I mean,
What'd they do to you?
Well, he is a doctor, so he's always tired of them trying to, keep him away.
if you ate tuna for breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day, you might get a little sick from mercury.
Maybe.
You probably get sick of tuna before you got sick of mercury, though.
Right.
I mean, but like I was saying, scaring moms is easy. I mean, when we were kids, all it took was her finding a D&D book in my room. Shit.
Well, that was the satanic panic.
Yeah, but I mean, still, same general idea.
Nowadays, you just say vaccine and all moms go, oh.
Yep.
So what's next?
Here's another one. 2. Brought advocates for conversion therapy on his show, leaving them unchallenged.
Oh, no.
You mean gender? I mean, not gender, but
homosexual conversion therapy.
Oh God!
Yes.
That is so far from my mind. I had to have clarification. It's
had to ask.
I was like, I forgot. I like to think that thing doesn't exist because it's just really gross.
Right. And these two things that I've just mentioned aren't like strictly related to medicine, but I absolutely wanted to bring them up because he's a terrible person.
Well, yeah, they're things that a medical professional you would think wouldn't be opening their pie hole about unless they, knew something.
I'm just going to say
shitty opinions.
I'm just going to say that the only conversion that this podcast is okay with is converting Dr. Oz into sausage meat.
No, because then
you're in free speech jail.
That implies someone would have to eat him, and I'm not okay with that.
I'm not eating him. I'm just saying, feed him to somebody, but not me.
I'm not okay with killing someone. I think he should just lose his medical license.
I'm not saying kill him. I'm saying he'll be dead when it's done. I'm not saying kill him. If he happens to be dead by the time he's sausage, I'm gonna shut up.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you're just saying when he dies, turning him into sausage, so fucking what? Who cares?
Jesus Christ. Okay, so moving on. 3, specifically in the area of medicine, he pushes, quote, fat-bursting miracle pills on his show directly and as a sponsor.
Oh, crap.
I want to know the science behind this shit.
Dude, like I'm just imagining like little fat cells like popping and like
that
running
sounds
out your
unhealthy.
anus.
That just sounds like Olestra.
Turns your belly into a bunch of boba.
Oh, God.
Balls.
Oh, God.
Just shitting fat for like
I'm
30 minutes.
Oh, God, I'm shooting boba pearls out my butt.
Why is there so much wax in my toilet?
Why does it look like I pooped a candle?
It looks like when I drain off the ground beef before making hamburger helper.
Oh, God. What else you got, David?
4, this is my last one on this. 4, he has advocated for colloidal silver to treat separate conditions ranging from colds, wounds, viruses, and bacteria, but oddly not lycanthropy. This treatment is not proven to be safe. That's one of the big things about colloidal silver.
Mike, before you say anything, this is the stuff that will eventually turn you blue, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Like, this will turn you into a dying Papa Smurf.
Yeah. No, so not only has it not been proven safe, it's not been proven to fucking do anything at all other than turn you blue.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, your body doesn't know what to do with silver other than, use it instead of iron.
So, remember, kids, if you want to act like you're from the movie Avatar, colloidal silver.
I think that guy's still blue.
Actually, they're dead.
Oh, he did?
He
died?
Yeah, because it's colloidal silver.
No, it doesn't. But that's the thing. It doesn't hurt you at all. It just turns you blue.
I don't know. That kind of hurts you in a political and, like business way,
Yeah,
I'm sure.
Societally, yes, but it doesn't, is no detriment to your health. But
except you're fucking blue.
Yeah, you're fucking blue.
I can't help but think if I see a blue person on the street, I'm going to think colloidal silver and be like, that motherfucker used to be a werewolf.
So, these, of course, are not the only controversial and questionable medical perspectives brought up on a show. And I'm sorry, but if you need an entire secondary Wikipedia article to cover your myriad of controversies in a very specific category, then perhaps there's a reason to not blindly trust your claims about health. Especially if some of your guests on your show are psychics, faith healers, peddlers of unproven medicine, and anti-vaxxers.
Does Donald Trump produce his show?
Close. Oprah.
I
Oh,
was gonna say this is veering strangely close to QAnon, crazy shit.
You remember? She launched she launched this insane anti-beef campaign back in the 90s, early 2000s, and beef sales dropped, and it was all based on some shit Dr. Phil said. And I want to remind everyone, Dr. Phil's a psychiatrist and in no way knows anything about meat.
Mm-hmm. Oprah's done incalculable damage to society.
So she's just
she needs to be stopped.
She's just a quack doctor minting.
And can I just apologize for her being from Mississippi?
She is. God damn it, you're right.
Yeah,
she is.
She's a Mississippian. But hey, we still got Morgan Freeman and James Earl Jones.
Okay.
Well, she also introduced us to the Duggars, so there you go.
Oh, great. Hey, that's fucking damn it.
I mean, but how can she be bad? She gives people cars.
Oh, fuck off. She gave people bees in that one animated GIF someone made.
So let's move to another example. This is just going to be a brief one.
Let's move on to something better that's not going to hurt me so bad.
Have either of you heard of Goop?
God damn it!
I just shot myself.
Yes. I never thought I'd say this, but I am unfortunately overly familiar with Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina products.
So I'm just going to go ahead and bring up some highlights from an article in Good Housekeeping because this shit is dumb.
Just rifle that stupid shit off, buddy.
All right. This article is titled, quote, Gwyneth Paltrow's most controversial Goop moments over the years by Heather Finn.
And there were enough for a fucking article, man.
So we've probably heard of the vagina candle. vaginal steaming, and bee venom therapy, which I assume involves bees in the vagina.
Damn it.
Speaking of vaginas, let's talk about the jade egg. Gee, how might the jade be connected to China?
I have no idea.
So, I quote from the article here, quote, "Of the many goop scandals that have occurred over the years, the great jade egg fiasco of 2017 is perhaps the most well-known."
Is this any relation to the T-Bot Dome scandal, or was my history class completely wasted?
Your history class sounded like a lot of fun.
Okay.
So that year, the lifestyle brand began selling a $66 jade egg that it claimed could improve everything from orgasms and hormonal imbalances to feminine energy when inserted into a woman's vagina.
Oh, no.
Gynecologists quickly responded with a warning to women that the eggs could actually be dangerous, and Goop was hit with a $145,000 fine for its, quote, unsubstantiated marketing claims.
Can I just bring up the fact that Gwyneth Paltrow seems to have this really weird obsession with just making sure women shove the weirdest shit in their hoo-has?
Well, if that's your kink,
I guess, but I mean, goddamn.
You should just, do like normal people do and hire a prostitute. She wants to shove weird things in weird places.
I'm just going to say...
Sex worker.
Yeah, sex worker. Sex worker.
Well,
I'm the woke one here.
Yeah,
this is my job.
Hashtag him too.
Yep.
So
I mean, I don't know.
I was just gonna say
I didn't say horror or anything.
I know. God damn, Mike.
God damn it.
Fuck. I was just
prostitute is the
it is actually a
dictionary definition. That's
and they tend to go by that name here in Jackson. So
that's like penis or vagina.
Let's recognize that sex work is real work.
Oh,
and
yeah,
I would
absolutely.
I'm not using prostitute as a
he doesn't mean it
denigration. Yeah. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
I don't mean to be a woke scold. I'm just
sure, but this
but
is,
I am.
I'm just saying this is a roundabout way to get someone to do the ping pong trick.
Huh?
Just firing $66 jade eggs across the room.
2 girls, 1 egg.
It's like an artillery fire.
Oh my god!
Anyone know where Gwyneth is? And you just hear banging in another room.
It just sounds like someone chucking doorknobs at the fucking wall.
Just
get that visual out of your head. Okay, let's keep going. Okay. So
let's move on to the more problematic part of this episode.
It could get worse.
Yes.
Let's talk a little bit about Orientalism.
Oh god.
So yes, it's me being the academic. I'm sorry.
Hey, that's fine. That's why you're here.
Right. So a place I need to go here for a brief discussion is Orientalism and why that is an issue, especially because of the many topics we've already discussed and that we're discussing for the rest of the episode that deal with perceptions of, quote, Oriental cures.
Uh-huh.
Now, what do we typically associate with the idea of, quote, the Orient?
Well, me personally, I picture a lot of racist stereotypes and Big Trouble in a Little China. How about you, Mike?
Well, so I don't have a lot of connection because even growing up, the Orient was an outdated stereotype and term. So, saying an Oriental really wasn't a thing. Usually, at least for me growing up, it was, Chinese, Japanese, or or if you're a racist, you use the racist.
Yeah,
terms.
Let's not forget my parents were like 10 to 20 years older than yours, so I heard Orient a lot.
So, but you just filter out the racial shit, the racist shit.
Yeah,
but
sister's best friend is Chinese. My parents still said she's from the Orient. I'm like, oh god, okay.
So Orientalism isn't just about using the terminology. That's something that I kind of want to talk about.
Well, yeah, it's like Yeah, go
It's
ahead.
fucked.
David,
go
David's
ahead.
the one with the stuff. Yeah,
I have a thought, but no way to verbalize it.
without
I mean, that's
sounding
okay.
awful.
Well, no.
When you get it, I want to hear it.
I mean, you get it. You know, you have that thing. You like, there's something there, but you can't like fit the words together in a coherent way. It's not.
Yeah.
Not sounding horrible. If it was going to sound horrible, I'd say it and let you laugh at it. And
Okay, that's fair.
Fix it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just,
So, David, what is Orientalism?
Okay, so Orientalism is the Western world's imitation or depiction of what is like the Eastern world. The issue is that this is a process by which the Eastern world is defined by its relation and difference to the Western world. We would call this othering if we're talking about it in a literary sense.
So basically, the American idea that everything in the Orient is a Chinese restaurant. The interior of a Chinese restaurant.
No, I'd put it a different way. I'd say basically it's the American how America treats every other culture.
Yeah, and in a lot of ways, that's specifically we're going to tie it mostly to the Middle East and further east. Like even like the term Middle East, for example, is like an Orientalist kind of idea. But the key thing here is now othering served a purpose in the history of human development for a long time in the age of the first hominids. However, one could argue that we are sufficiently more advanced than our gibbering tree-bound ancestors.
And I would argue we are not, because I've read the YouTube comments.
Yeah, I mean, so here's the problem: that the software of humans should be past it, but the hardware is still the same.
Yeah,
and so
we're still running on.
So I would say that there is like a hardware component to that, because everybody is subject to othering.
Well, and that's why we still have it today, right?
You have to work on
Absolutely.
it.
Yeah,
And
it's a thing we have to try to. Yeah,
you can't just sit there and just let your notions, however they fly in your head, go, because you have to like marshal that shit and be like, no, that thought's bad thought. Just like
that's exactly it.
When a cat poops on the rug, bad cat.
So I'm not going to get into the etymology of this bullshit and everything like that. I'm not going to subject our audience to more Geoffrey Chaucer.
Thank you.
But suffice it to say,
That'll be on the extras.
The term the Orient has fuzzy boundaries based on how agreeable a population might be to European sensibilities historically.
Right.
So for a long time, westernmost Europe would conceive of anything in the Balkans as the Orient.
Wow.
Yeah. Like that's where the French term, which the Orient is derived, comes from the French word, and it was to refer to regions past the Balkans.
Okay.
But we usually think of what we would call the Middle East and beyond the Orient.
So Iraq, India, places like that.
Yeah, what we consider the Orient in popular culture is usually associated with places like India, China, and anything along the eastern half of the Silk Road.
So that's why your Persian rugs were typically called Oriental rugs.
Anything that you could buy in Pier 1 imports it is Oriental to them.
No.
I'd say according to Hollywood, though, pretty much anything Asian was considered Orient.
Yes.
And I mean Asia excluding India.
Right. Well, and then
In
sometimes
Holland.
India is thrown in there. Like
China.
you can go to a Chinese food restaurant and have Buddha, which is a concept derived from India, and still have one
That's
of the lucky Neko statues from Japan,
Right.
but it's a Chinese restaurant.
Yeah.
And it's all just
Indochina.
pandering to us. Yeah. So, yeah.
So broadly painting cultures and their cultural exports under a broadly Asian sentiment is an example of Orientalism.
Damn it.
So this is a serious issue in the medical community now, as the validity of some therapies from Asian cultures is still considered in doubt. Again, it comes from painting a culture with a large not of the West brush.
Okay, so
Gotcha.
we went from everything from Asia being like good juju to now everything from Asia being that's not real science.
And it's all because of Stanley and his fucking rattlesnake oil.
Oh, I would say
Exactly.
that, but
Well, there's a large
Definitely that
component of that because so much flimflammery today takes advantage of this Orientalist concept to push their bullshit.
Oh yeah,
Right.
because
So-
I think it's an exotic.
Right.
Kind of.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. So in a sense, I'm not sure, but there is a non-zero chance that even calling this stuff snake oil is our being complicit in some way in the Orientalist process. This is like a complicated thing here.
Here's my argument with that. The term has evolved like language does, and snake oil is more closely associated these days with westerns and the Old West terms like Stanley. Well, like when you say snake oil to somebody, they're gonna think, "Here's my cure-all made of whiskey and beaver spit."
Yeah, I would say that at least in modern times, like
Yes.
when I thought of snake oil, I really didn't make the
Asian connection.
I was trying to think of a better way to say that now because apparently,
No. Asian's fine. Just don't say Oriental.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
but yeah, the that connection. But yeah, because snake oil, I just thought of. I didn't even know that was a connection. I
Yeah.
just thought it was just people peddling, junk.
Right.
Junk
Yeah.
science back in the Old West.
See, I
But-
thought it was just a natural assumption that it would be like rattlesnakes. It's like, well,
Yeah.
there's plenty of them out here in the desert. I'll just milk these little bastards.
So, you can see where I'm coming from with
Oh,
this.
I can.
Like,
I
it-
just
it's-
think that the
it's
term has
complicated.
evolved. So I think it's okay to use it now because we're talking about flimflammery.
Yeah. So a thought I had while you were talking about that is also there's some racism built into this because because the Asian traditional cures are good, but we don't see them pulling traditional cures from other parts of the world, do we? Like Africa.
There's so many jokes I'm not making right now.
Any of
And
the
I'm really
the
proud of
quote,
myself.
Lesser. I'm not. I don't
Third
believe this.
world.
I'm not saying
Third
anything.
world.
I'm not saying anything.
Third world
I believe in,
countries.
but what other people would say, yeah, less developed.
There's not a lot of like voodoo stuff being
Yeah.
sold on the market.
Yeah.
So-
Except for Miss Cleo.
whereas the Asian mysticism is seen as, could be something there.
Well, I think part of
you
that
know.
is because of the far reaching into the past of the Chinese dynasties
Oh, true, but
and having like a near uninterrupted line from here all the way back on some level.
well,
This is like a bag of snakes. Like, no
Yeah.
matter how we approach this, we're getting bit.
yeah.
Yeah, and that's fine.
I
We're
mean,
gonna
we're,
get bit.
we're sticking our hands in there, so we're going to
As-
get bit.
We're
Force
recognizing that we need to, like, open the discussion and that sort of thing. And I think that's the most important thing is, like, we say here we're not experts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're in no way experts, and we're three cis white guys trying to be sensitive and understanding, and like we're gonna fuck up, and we apologize.
So we're going to put our foots in our mouths, but we like the taste of our feet, so
Oh yeah,
that's
no,
okay.
I love the taste.
Well, speaking of feet,
I love that
So-
That's quite the segue.
I love it.
so, while all of this is complicated, what is not complicated is how Orientalist marketing strategies make a shitload of money.
Oh, yeah.
And one of those ways is the Kinoki foot pad.
Oh, buddy.
Do you guys remember the Kinoki foot pad?
Unfortunately, yes.
Boy, do I. I stayed up. I watched a lot of USA Up all night.
No, say it right. USA up all night.
All night. Well, or unless it was Gilbert Godfrey. Which,
USA up all night. I'm
right.
Gilbert Godfrey, and we're gonna be
Gilbert, you're
watching.
back.
That's scarily accurate.
We're gonna be watching Critters.
But yeah, damn it. But yeah, I distinctly remember those commercials.
Yeah, no, they were
running
definitely
during that time.
Yeah,
Yeah, so like we'll watch that commercial.
Right. And we'll play a little bit of audio for you guys so you can hear that.
Are you poisoning yourself with unavoidable toxins from the food, water, and air we breathe? Do you suffer from the following symptoms? Then you need to discover the ancient Japanese secret to perfect health. Introducing Kanoki Foot Pads, the incredible detox system that naturally draws toxins out of your body when you sleep. Look, Kanoki Foot Pads remove heavy metals, metabolic wastes, toxins, parasites, chemicals, cellulite, and more, giving you back your vitality and health.
So here's my question for you two gentlemen. What do you think is happening here with these foot pads? What are these foot pads actually doing?
It's fucking foot stink being pulled out, man. It's just sweat.
Pulling the stink out.
Pull my stink out, boy.
Oh God.
So what I think's going on? So there's a YouTube channel I watch that does a lot of electronics teardowns called Big Clive Live. He's a very, very gay, awesome Scotsman living in the Isle of Man.
Is this the guy that says keep your dick in a vice?
No, that's a problematic man. I stopped watching him.
Okay, good. All right.
But no, he does teardowns and stuff. And one of the things several things he's done is like quackery electronics.
Yeah.
And there's like these electrodes that are used, and you can get all this stuff on like eBay or AliExpress like super cheap. But there's these like electrodes you do a foot bath in, and you drop this electrode in, and while it does pass current through it, it's got both the positive and negative in the tub, so the current just passes between the plates and doesn't actually shock your feet.
Right.
But the metal they're made of like oxidizes while they're passing current, and it just releases this billowing
bubbles,
brown bubbly sludge out, and they advertise it as being the toxins it's pulling out of your body. So there are processes you can do that while having nothing to do with your skin look really gross. And
right.
So I'm assuming it's some kind of thing like that, like maybe with exposure to air or maybe the moisture on your feet.
Yeah, I just assumed it was like
something, and
I assumed it was a reaction was foot sweat.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you guys are pretty much there. So the idea is that the ads claim that applying Kanoki foot pads to the soles of the feet at night would remove heavy metals, metabolic waste, toxins, parasites, chemicals, and cellulite from your body.
Cellulite.
They were marketed as a ancient Japanese secret.
I need to interrupt here real quick. This is straight up stolen from a Calgon commercial from the 1970s that was in a super stereotypical Chinese laundry where the lady was like, "Oh, how do you get your white so white?" And the guy goes, "Ancient Chinese secret." And then it turns out it's Calgon because the wife is like, "My husband," and goes through one of those detergent commercials, and then she comes out and goes, "We need more Calgon," and this wasp white woman turns around and goes, "Ancient Chinese secret, huh?" So
Calgon, Kevin, wasn't I don't remember that being a detergent. I remember that being like a bath additive.
Yes, because apparently everybody got tired of cleaning their clothes with it and just fucking bathed in the shit.
I remember my mom used it she was made her all slippery.
Calgon, take me away. Yeah, that's what happens when
you
basically
lie.
borax and lye rips your skin off.
Yeah.
Now, I remember Calgon from the movie Space Mutiny.
Oh, well, that's different. He drove around in the little Zamboni thing and,
So, I recall many of these ads late at night when I was a teenager. I have sleeping problems, so I'd pretty much lie awake watching cable until about 3 or 4 in the morning most nights during middle school and high school.
God, right. You must have seen a lot of, Fushigi commercials, too.
Mm-hmm.
Fushigi?
Yeah.
Yeah, the levitating ball that,
Oh, yes.
Contact juggling.
Okay. I also remember the commercials for blue blockers.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the shades with the rear view mirror in the sides. Sorry, go on.
No, a lot of as seen on TV stuff. Yeah, totally.
Yes.
So I think these are kind of perfect examples of Orientalism in action.
Especially the Fushigi.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So these were quite the moneymakers too, earning about $14 million before their ads were finally removed from TV.
We need a gimmick.
Well, too bad that sticking duct tape to someone's feet for money is out of the question.
And to be honest, I remember all these, but I grew up with K-Tel super hits of the 70s myself. 50 original hits by the original artists.
Well, I remember those too.
Oh, yeah, those were great. And I will never...
For me, it was Now. That's what I call music.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I do remember that, though.
Never stop missing that blue screen with the contact information and the 1-800 number.
Turn it up, man.
Is that Freedom Rock? Yeah.
Freedom Rock.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember what it was called. Or Columbia House.
Oh, God.
Or Pure Moods.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
Pure Moods was a good album. I don't care what you fuckers say. I loved it.
Now, Zanfir, master of the pan flute.
Yep, it's my jam.
Yep.
So,
okay, let's move on.
As for what these pads actually do, I have an article from Healthline about detoxifying foot pads with 2 medical experts weighing in on them. The first expert is Deborah Rose Wilson, PhD, MSN, RN, IBCLC, AHN-BC, CHT, Associate Professor, and Holistic Healthcare Practitioner, and Dino Westphalen, PharmD, and clinical pharmacist.
God, that's a lot of fucking letters.
Yeah.
I was going to say MSN. She worked for Microsoft?
I swear she's a messenger.
I don't know. Like, half of those I'm not familiar with.
I know RN, PhD, and
so she was
PharmD.
Yeah.
So this is from the article Detox Foot Pads, Your Questions Answered. So, as for the experts consulted in this article, I would argue they're pretty credible, and while yes, Dr. Deborah Rose Wilson does practice holistic medicine, I would argue that there is some merit to it and it has its uses, especially as she practices it in conjunction with what we would consider like standard medicine.
I'm assuming that in this case, holistic medicine means like you're suffering from anxiety. I'm going to give you something, but also have you tried meditation?
Yeah, do some fucking yoga.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
holistic does get a bad rap because traditionally it means holistic, as in, treating the whole.
Yes.
Not just, the symptoms.
Yeah.
So that kind of notion I can get behind, but definitely gets taken out of context and out of whack.
I completely agree. We're not talking about fucking, what's it called when it's water?
That's, God damn it.
No bees in the vagina.
Homeopathy.
Homeopathy, yes.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go. All right.
So boiling this article down. 1, there is no published study or indication that these pads actually accomplish anything.
Of course.
No, they do accomplish something. They make money.
Yes.
Cha-ching.
Yeah. Quote, but what about those dark stains on the pad in the morning, you ask?
You're a filthy fucking animal.
Those are shown in the ad to represent the toxins being extracted from your body. It is most likely the result of a combination of sweat from your feet mixing with vinegar and herbs used in the foot pad.
Wow.
So quackwatch.org determined...
I'm bookmarking that. Everybody go and bookmark that right now.
So quackwatch.org determined that you can get the same effect of discoloration with a simple drop of distilled water.
Okay.
So dropping distilled water on the pad?
Yeah, because it's just the moisture interacting with the vinegar and the combination of herbs and spices.
Hey.
So you're technically pickling your feet.
Yeah,
or
hey,
even
try some other stuff. Try pissing on the foot pads.
Or just, being here in Mississippi, the humidity would probably turn them.
Yeah,
That's
look.
probably entirely possible.
I'm not going to lie, man. We live in Mississippi. We ran around barefoot. I'm pretty sure the bottom of both of our feet look like hobbit feet.
Yeah, no, I have like dirty hobbit feet. I'm with you guys.
Oh no, I hope we haven't turned anyone on. Let's move on quickly.
Unfortunately.
So what I really want to pull from this that these foot pads are presented as quote Eastern medicine, and the most fucked up part about this is that Kinoki sounds vaguely Japanese.
Let's put
of course
heavy on the vaguely.
Right. So the best translation, and I put that in quotes, that I could find for it is tree. But that is the form of 3 characters, ki, no, and ki, not a singular word, and according to the translation app I use, would actually be pronounced kinoko.
That sounds like something you have with your meat. Like, I'm going to boil some kinoko. And, Season
So
it with
again,
olive oil.
I'm not an expert in spoken or written Japanese, but if we have a Japanese-speaking listener, I would love to hear from you on this topic because I'm trying to figure out if it's an actual fucking word or not.
Yeah, absolutely. Please contact us via the website, supernatpod.rocks.
The bad thing is, if I had read this doc before, I think I had a couple people I could have reached out to.
Son of a bitch. Okay, well, you can reach out later and we'll do it
They don't speak it fluently, but they do know enough Japanese, I guess, to try to, and have resources to
Better than me.
look at
Better
it.
than
Okay,
me.
well, that's great, because we're for our...
I think the problem is that, seeing a Romanized word
version.
Yeah, unless it's a accepted upon Romanized spelling, could mean generally a bunch of things. Unless
Well,
you
I
see
mean,
the kanji or the katakana.
Let's see if we can get that for Weekend Weird next week.
An update.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
We'll do that.
So now the really fucked up part of all of this is that the company Exacta 2008
Jesus.
was put together by two non-Asian men, Yehuda Judah Levin and Baruch Levin.
Didn't they start canon films?
So, the FTC hit them in 2009. However, due to legal maneuvering that I don't want to get into, the brand still exists today, only unable to claim to be an ancient Japanese secret. Yay.
Oh, fucking joy.
Right.
So wait a minute, you mean I can get some sweet Kanoki foot pads even today?
Yep.
Yeah, and they're only like $1 now.
Fuck
Really?
yeah.
Yeah,
I
not
think-
I'm gonna stick 'em on my
1999.
butt.
Y'all, we need to test them.
Stick them on my butt.
You can do
Swamp
that,
ass.
man. Swamp ass killers. Here we go.
Hey, they could be the man's
Man ponds.
yeah, perfect, yeah.
There you go.
Man pawn.
So therein lies the problem, though. The association between Kanoki and Orientalist thinking has allowed it to persist as a deceptive bit of snake oil, and I still see it on the shelves of Asian marts that I go to.
That is the saddest part, I think.
The fact that the Asians are selling it themselves.
You know,
I mean,
I've never seen it at Mr. Chin's, but I have seen like that sort of generic Asian extends with a picture of Ryu and Chun-Li screwing.
oh God. But I guess I get it as a business. I mean,
Sure.
you sell what makes money. Like,
Yeah.
I work at a liquor store, and I know nobody there wants to drink, Quality House or Dant, JW Dant, but we sell it because, well, it's the cheapest whiskey you can get, and it sells. Like, people will buy it. People
That's
want
someone
it.
trying to kill themselves, though.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying it's it's still you have to carry what people want.
Yeah.
Right.
So-
And that's the tricky part about this, because they're unfortunately complicit in this process, not necessarily by choice. Sometimes it is by choice, but they're still kind of perpetuating these ideas.
Yeah, but
to
still,
survive.
it's definitely a survival thing, and I don't really hate them for carrying it. I hate the people
Right.
for making it.
That they have to carry it, I think, is a huge issue.
Right.
So for now, I just want us to turn our focus to our main part of the episode. We're finally getting to Alex Chiu, like an hour
thank
later.
God. Yeah, I was
I was
going
about
to
to
say,
say,
it's
we're
been an
an hour
hour.
in,
We're
so-
1 hour and 1 minute in. Let's talk
Yeah.
about the subject of the show.
Yeah.
Finally.
So I feel like it was important to mention all of this stuff.
It
though.
really was.
Well, yeah.
So, we're moving into a great example of internet snake oil here with an Orientalist bent, and boys, let me tell you, it gets complicated.
Oh
we
shit!
need that shirt.
My cup's empty.
Uh-oh.
So, my introduction to the wacky world of Alex Chiu was through Tech TV.
Wow.
Now, yeah, he first appeared on television in 1999 on a segment of The Daily Show.
Really?
It's a
Now, was
it's
this-
a classic bit with correspondent Mo Rocca,
was this Craig Kilborn or Jon Stewart?
John Stewart.
Okay.
Yeah. It does get a little cringy. There are some Asian American jokes, but overall it's still pretty funny.
Alex Chiu, what have you invented?
I have invented a device that gives immortality. What he's invented are the eternal life rings and foot braces, guaranteed by Alex to make you live forever. And for a limited time only, he's made them available for the remarkable price of $16.50.
What do I get for $16.50?
You get immortality for $16.50.
Do I get anything else?
No.
There's no free calendar or a barometer thrown in?
No, stuff like that.
So, for $16.50, all I get is immortality.
Yes, but I think immortality is quite enough.
Now, as you saw, if you watch the clip, which we have linked in the show notes, at one point Mo Rocca interviews Alex Chiu's grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot confirm it, but I do believe his grandmother has since passed.
Now, this is the one he was trying to keep alive, right?
Yes, with the immortality rings.
Yes, okay. Wow.
Alex Chiu has not mentioned what's happened to his grandmother, but I am pretty convinced she's dead. He is welcome on the show to let us know.
There's a part of me that hopes she is like, what's that guy with the computer in his stomach from Marvel?
Oh, yes. Not Zemo.
Not Zemo.
Zola.
I hope
Arnim
she's
Zola,
like
yeah.
Armin Zola. Just
So,
Alex!
So, I first saw Alex Chiu on a TV show on Tech TV prior to the G4 merger that ultimately doomed the channel.
That was a damn shame, by the way.
Yeah. The show was called Unscrewed with Martin Sargent.
Okay.
So, Sargent was a writer of a couple of Tech TV shows, such as The Screensavers.
I remember The Screensavers.
Yeah, it's like the weirdest idea for a show, just like two guys answer your computer questions on TV.
It's a great idea.
Yeah. I'm not saying it's a bad idea. It's kind of weird.
It's like Click and Clack, the Tappet brothers, but for computers.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Point and Click, the Computer Brothers.
Or a Click and Right Click.
I like Point and Click better.
Yeah.
So I was kind of looking through the Comedy Central thing you linked, and I mean his prices were reasonable. He was selling his immortality stuff for $16.50.
Oh, he's giving them away.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
He'll literally give them away.
Just handing them out.
Yeah.
Hi.
So you have to say he's not in it for the money, at least.
At
least not, he's not looking to get rich.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
There's more to this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets complicated again. So,
God damn it.
In the pursuit of more content, Tech TV gave Martin Sargent a talk show about the internet where he and his gal Friday, Laura Swisher, would cover mid-2000s web news and interview classic internet personalities. Over the course of the show's run, titans of early internet weirdness would appear. We're talking Maddox, Man-Fae, Peter Pan Guy, Tron Guy, Star Wars Kid, and that dude who would cover his bare ass and taint and balls and paint and sit on canvases.
I missed the Wild West days of the internet.
I remember
so
everything except Maddox.
I don't remember Maddox either, but everything else I had a vivid image of.
Yes.
Okay, Maddox was great. He also, I think Sean Baby was on at some point.
Oh, God.
So, yeah, like, we're talking, like, all the old school shit we love from the internet.
Oh, yes.
So, most important to me, however, was Alex Chiu, who would end up becoming a frequent guest. You were never quite sure if he was in on the joke or oblivious to his role, but what was important was that he was game and became a recurring presence across a number of Martin Sargent's later productions, including Web Drifter and Infected.
That is a hell of a slope in titles, by the way.
So what struck me about Alex Chiu is that he was this kind of weird, kind of awkward, but kind of charming in his own way, ultimately appearing harmless to a degree. Sadly, as of 2022, that is not the case anymore.
Well, you know what they say? You either die the hero or live to become the villain.
Right. So he may also be going by an alternate name, Chao He, supposedly a fan, but more likely a sock puppet account due to similar writing styles.
I'm kind of hoping this is his Tyler Durden and he's egging him on.
It could be a Tyler Durden thing. So,
or like Stephen and Mark from God damn it, Moon Knight.
Yeah, it's entirely possible. So, not a whole lot is known about Alex Chiu's background, as he doesn't really talk about his past in ways you would expect. He mostly focuses on bizarre claims and pseudoscience, but as far as things like who his parents are and what they do, those details are a little harder to find.
Really?
Yeah. As for his biography, here's what I could pull through from a couple of sources, including his writings and write-ups on a few websites. Alex Chiu was born February 8th, 1971 in San Francisco. He is currently located in San Francisco, last I could confirm.
Okay.
His parents were apparently talking about divorce around the time he was born,
Ooh.
perhaps guided by prophecy. He would be shipped off to Taiwan, where he was raised by his grandparents. Now, describing his family from his website, my father is a businessman, importing and exporting between USA and China. My stepmother is the fourth stepmom, that's fourth F-O-R-T-H. My stepmother is the fourth stepmom already. I feel like that I don't even know her.
That is...
Which is a really weird
Kind
thing.
of sad.
That is incredibly sad, man.
Yeah, it's like that level of vulnerability is like really interesting, and I don't know what to make of it.
I don't know. It's...
So judging by looking at I watched a bit of the Daily Show interview just a second ago. He's, I don't know he's either extremely uncomfortable or, no judgments here, but maybe a little spectrumy. I don't know.
I do feel like there is something where he might be, and again, it's not fair for me to like diagnose that.
Yeah, we're not trying to diagnose, but he definitely comes off as
has that kind of
unique.
That stiffness of somebody that's not really good at social interactions at all, like me.
Which it's a little weird because, like, if you see his 2022 videos, he definitely kind of carries himself differently, and there's a little bit more confidence and that sort of thing. But it's weird. Like,
yeah,
like we're going to be talking about this guy a lot over the next year.
I will say so.
Oh, is that a threat or a promise?
I will
That
say
is a promise and a threat.
that it gets easier with age because you have more points of reference.
But he doesn't age though. He's immortal.
Experience.
Right.
Okay, it gets better. It gets easier. Social interactions get better, easier with experience.
Observation.
Yeah, because
observing mortals.
Yeah, you have more experience and
he has so much time to gain experience now.
Because he's not aging, so
yeah,
he'll just get better. He'll be able to like just talk to anybody and like get them to do anything.
Who knows? One day he might actually be able to talk to a woman. I'm sorry. I am so sorry.
I feel a little bad because he is very unlucky in love, and we'll talk about that in the future.
Kevin, does that mean there's hope for me too?
Mike, there's always hope for you, buddy.
Okay, good.
Now I feel terrible. Fuck. Let's move on.
Well, here, I'm going to make you feel less terrible now, okay? All right. Now, Alex makes sure to emphasize that he is not Taiwanese. He is Chinese, in all caps. Mm-hmm. This is going to be important later.
Okay. Make a note of that.
Mm-hmm. At some point, he returned to America and received an AS degree from City College of San Francisco. So that's an associate's degree.
Okay.
I just read he worked as
an associate's, but it's an AA. Is there a difference?
I don't know. I guess maybe there is a difference.
Okay.
But he worked as a sushi chef for a time, in addition to working in sales for, quote, Japanese companies, likely for his father, and then quit to patent his immortality device, which went through in October of 1999. You heard me.
I really fucking wish I hadn't. You're telling me he patented this thing?
Well,
yes.
And got the patent.
So
yes, I have the patent documents.
So
no.
Is it a design patent or a functional patent?
It is a function and design patent. I think I have it linked in the show notes, but I will make sure we have that patent in the show notes.
Please get that to me for Saturday.
Yeah. So here's the other thing. He also seems to subscribe to Jewish faith, but it's a little weird. This is a subject for a whole separate episode, I think. And
yeah.
yes, we are going to be we're gonna be covering Alex Chiu for a while. Not next episode,
But,
like
like,
occasionally we're
well-
gonna pop in and like. So here's one of the weird things about Alex Chiu.
Yeah, we've got like a whole new segment happening now. Oh my god.
So now, aside from his love of China and his immortality devices, Alex Chiu has two other loves: cats
That's
and
adorable.
Alicia Silverstone.
That's creepy.
I quote from I'm going to quote from his website real quick. Quote, Alicia Silverstone is so beautiful. She is the example of a perfect human blend. I shall endeavor to
coffee.
make everyone as beautiful as Alicia with my inventions. My inventions are to help people reach perfection.
Man, he watched way too many Aerosmith videos as a, young person.
And clueless.
Or Blast from the Past. Like, I don't blame him. Alicia Silverstone's great.
Sure.
And, truly he's doing the Lord's work here.
Okay.
Or-
He wants to make everyone as beautiful as Alicia. I want you both to imagine me merged with Alicia Silverstone. Now, I'm going to give you a minute to begin and stop screaming. All right.
Yeah. Yep,
that's what he
the world
wants.
that Alex Chiu wants.
Look, even the thought of a perfect Alicia Silverstone like copy with your brain in it is terrifying.
Going on and on about
Like,
egregores.
even if your voice just it sounded like her. But
Oh, no. Look, not sound. Imagine Alicia Silverstone again. Alicia Silverstone, and you just hear, "What's up? Let's talk about Bigfoot."
Alicia, you've been smoking.
Smoking hot.
So, this week, for this episode, I just want to focus on his immortality device.
Oh, yeah.
There is far too much to cover about this guy. I'm going to maybe summarize a little bit of his unique worldview. Again, though, almost too much to cover in that regard. Kevin, you've seen my list of topics.
I have fucking seen this list. We're doomed.
This is some incredible stuff.
Yeah.
We're going to cover him again.
X gonna
promise
give
you.
it to you. Move over, buddy. You've been upstaged by ChewTube.
Yep. I'm gonna probably start like every week in Weird. I'm gonna pull up like, what's his latest YouTube video? What's going on?
Oh God.
Yep. So before we begin, I want to quote Alex's reply to a question in a Slashdot Q&A that I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I remember that.
takes me back, right?
I remember that website. I went there today.
Yeah, Mike still goes.
Yeah, they got
So-
decent tech news.
Oh yeah. So
No.
this is Alex's reply to a question that pretty much tore him to shreds. But I think this reply is pretty emblematic of Alex Chiu's thinking. His response to the question is, quote, I know my theories and findings are hard for you to accept because they are so original and extraordinary. But one day in the future, you will see that I am right. You will be forested. That's literally how he spells it.
Forested.
To accept my invention as millions of people around you tell you that I am right.
Do you get the feeling that it would be really easy to get Alex with a ligma joke?
You know what I'm getting from this?
What?
That sounds a lot like Donald Trump.
It really... I've got the bigliest immortality rings. You just wouldn't believe they're on my cock.
Surprise, he is a fan of Donald Trump.
Go fucking
God
figure.
So, I think that quote's a pretty good... This lets you know, like, who we're dealing with and what his approach to criticism is.
Yeah.
So let's talk about his immortality ring, shall we?
Oh.
Let's get into this shit.
Yeah, let's do that.
So when you go to his website, livemuchlonger.com,
Jesus Christ.
one of the first things you see is the following message.
Uh-huh.
Facebook bans my ads because they say my stuff cannot save lives. Google, YouTube, and Bing ban my ads too because they don't allow natural cure products. So buckle up, fuckers. This shit is going to be wild.
I can't strap in anymore. I'll die.
I'm gonna have to install a seatbelt on this chair.
You really are. Shit, man.
We're gonna have to get like those little bars that lower down, like we're in a roller coaster.
Oh no,
Yeah.
we're gonna need like the leg clamps, like they had on the Enterprise in the
all that
movies.
shit. I'm just gonna need like a
Centrifuge chair.
a padded Iron Maiden to just like jump in and close.
Everybody got their supernatural selection life jacket. So,
oh god.
His immortality device, a pair of rings, sometimes known as the Eternal Life Rings or the Eternal Life Foot Braces, have a U.S. patent number of 5,989,178 under Alexander Y.C. Chiu of Immortality Device Com. Inc.
I want to make a Shang-Chi joke, but I mustn't make a Shang-Chi joke.
Yeah, I saw the devices in the Daily Show bit.
So
the foot things look like kind of like staplers that you stick your feet in.
Mm-hmm. So we immediately get this disclaimer from Alex Chiu on the information page about his device.
Oh, good.
Please believe me, everything you read is true and is important. Now people do not have to age anymore.
Seriously though, guys, come on, believe me.
Mm-hmm. So how do they work?
Magnets, fucking magnets. How do they work? Tell me, David.
Yeah.
How the fuck do the magnets
actually magnets?
work?
Magnets,
Yes.
apparently. So from the website, quote, according to Alex Chiu, I'm sorry, I forget which website this is, but according to Alex Chiu, based on testimonies, facts, and proofs, people... Oh, no, this is from his website. He's referring to himself in the third person like a psychopath.
Oh, right. Yes, of course. Like a
according to
fucking
Alex
nut.
Chiu, based on testimonies, facts, and proofs, people are believed to be able to stay physically young forever by using his new inventions, the Eternal Life Rings and the Eternal Life Foot Braces. The Eternal Life Rings are to be worn on both small fingers of a user during sleep. The Eternal Life foot braces are to be worn on all the toes of the feet during sleep. Both devices consist of rare earth or ceramic magnets and plastic braces, which hold magnets onto the fingers of the user. The inventor explained that the fingers and toes are negative and positive terminals of your body.
Okay. So we're goddamn batteries again. Goddamn.
Yeah. Can I just say that the life foot braces just make me picture Forrest Gump as a kid wearing these things, running, and then getting his ass beaten.
Oh, man. So, this is a bold claim.
Where's his clinical study proofs?
Well, don't worry. Alex is smart.
Oh, good.
Quote, the Eternal Life Rings and the Eternal Life Foot Braces invented by Alex Chiu are believed to allow humans to stay physically young forever or turns humans physically younger. Quote, our lawyer told us to use the word believe as long as you wear the rings or foot braces every night during sleep.
Oh, thank God for his lawyer. Also, here's the thing. In 400 years, when he's still selling this shit, we're going to look real dumb.
You know, honestly, nothing would make me happier.
Mike, how about you? 400 years from now, he's still alive selling this shit. Would you be okay?
No, I wouldn't. No, if he turns out to be true, I'm
You're outie.
I'm done. I'll kill him myself.
Okay.
We could get immortality rings from him. I say we do it because he'll send you them.
How much?
Like he'll give them away. If we say we want to review his rings, he will probably send them to us.
Oh, dude.
Kevin, remember when I used to say I was going to live forever, and you said you'd kill me?
You want me to kill him?
No, I'll kill him.
Okay. I was about to say, man, I will gladly transfer that over to him if I have to.
Wait, I just realized we're in public rules here.
We love you, Alex Chiu. We apologize. We just don't want you to be right.
As much as I hate to say it, I would not actually harm him in any way, shape, or form.
But we will subject him to ridicule.
I don't have a lawyer here telling me to say this.
Yes, there is no lawyer. Thank you, Mr. Epstein. Wait, no,
technically, who's the smarter one
God
here?
damn it.
Bad name.
Because he has a lawyer.
Bad name. He does have a lawyer. Shit.
Yep.
Okay. There's a lot of that gonna get cut. So
I made the disclaimer.
I have to cut a couple of things I said.
Oh, okay.
I used the name Epstein like an idiot. Let's
I thought
move
you were
on.
doing a bit.
I thought I was too, but apparently no. Let's move on.
Now, it seems that Alex Chiu has only increased the number of things his immortality device is capable of over the years.
What? Scope creep? What could that be?
Like you do.
Oh. For example,
yeah.
his multi-page website explanation for this device and its function is filled with cute little illustrations depicting his rings, totally real bodily processes. And you can check out those cute little illustrations.
Okay. This is adorable.
Yes.
Look at all that pink, and I love the wound is an explosion.
That first diagram at the top, that's a fucking transistor. He's saying the body is a transistor.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a 311
there
reference?
it is, transistor, just an amplifier. Wound. What? There's like an explosion jamming the vessel.
Did it go in? Negative. It just impacted on the
Cholesterol.
surface.
Contaminated body parts.
I feel bad being on this site.
Strong magnets.
Weak magnets are loose. They
tight.
don't stick together. This is what I love the two magnets coming together. That's very Dragon Ball Z.
Cells form into a straight line, but those just look like googly eyes to me.
So, for example, on the first of several pages, Alex claims the following. Now back to your fingers. Your fingers are the transistors of your body. Each finger affects a certain part of your body. If you allow energy to flow from one finger to the other finger, the energy which traveled between the two fingers turned on a larger amount of energy. The larger amount of energy is so powerful, it affects each cell of your body.
Wait.
Only works well on the small fingers. I'm not done, motherfucker.
Hold on, I was going to say, I've seen video of this before. It's Emperor Palpatine.
Okay, so this is a little aside. Only works well on the small fingers. I got close to no result from the other fingers.
This motherfucker got results on the small ones?
So he continues. The powerful energy which flows through your entire body as it cures damaged cells is not directly emitted from the two tiny magnetic rings. The powerful energy you have experienced is the energy amplified by the tiny energy which comes from the rings. This powerful energy helps your body re-heal, which means your wounds, scars, and among other damaged cells will re-heal.
I just looked over, and Mike is like straight up face palming like Picard.
How is he measuring these results? Because he says he got no results on the big fingers, but results on the little ones. How is he measuring these results?
Mike is
What's his
so
criteria?
hurt. I was just waiting for this to end. I was gonna be like, I'm sorry, I'm dead now. But Mike has actually fucking died.
But here's the thing, he contradicts himself several times. He says that the energy does not come from the two tiny magnetic rings, but in the very next fucking sentence, he says the energy amplified by the tiny energy which came from the fucking rings.
Well, that I don't think that's too contradictory because he's saying it modifies the energy of the body.
Anything he says.
I'm not. I'm defending his little bit of logic there. It hurt to say.
He says that the rings do not project. They do not project energy. But then in the next sentence, he says that there's energy coming from the rings.
Well, so he. I
This is the last episode of this podcast. Thank you for listening.
What he meant to say is the healing energy doesn't come from the rings.
I don't fucking know what he meant to say, Mike. It doesn't mean a goddamn thing.
Unfortunately, I understand, I think, what he's trying to say, but it's still wrong. If that makes any sense. But he measured results. What were the results?
Well, Mike, here, I'm going to give you my understanding of what this is, and you tell me. You tell me if I'm getting this, okay?
Okay.
So, you sound so broken, my friend.
You don't see him. His head is down in his hands.
So, as I understand it, He is misreading bioelectricity and conflating it with theories of magnetism and connecting it to some principles of chakras and energy lines associated with some ancient healing beliefs. Essentially, he proposes a ridiculous, impossible version of pulsed electromagnetic therapy.
Yeah, I mean, yes, he definitely seems to believe there's like an energy in the body he's manipulating.
Now, here's the thing. Going from the principles of the chakras, where do you start when you're opening your chakras? You start with your root chakra, which means you need to stick the rings up your ass.
So he should have made a magnetic butt plug.
Yes. And that would open your chakras gradually all the way up to your head. And then you put on
Don't give him ideas. He will make the electric butt plug. He will do it.
The magnetic hat.
Kevin, I found our way in. It's through the butt.
Oh my God, you're right. Oh, buddy. This is now a cult.
Our way in is through the butt.
I need to 3D print some silicone molds.
And put some magnets in them we can get from Michael's.
No, Amazon. No, AliExpress.
AliExpress, yes. All right. Okay.
So like 50 pounds for like $3.
Okay. So, David, what else have you got?
But hey, that is not all. I have another one for you.
Thank you, Father.
Quote, my invention allows the user to cure old wounds and scars to free the jammed circulation of the body. Without eternal life device, old wounds and scars do not heal back 100% to their original structures. Only with the eternal life device can a man one day have his body healed itself back to perfect.
Okay. This is a call to action. I want every artist from Marvel Comics to start drawing Wolverine with these rings on at all times.
Well, he's already coated in adamantium. If you coat a bone in adamantium, isn't that technically a ring because it's surrounding the bone?
He is a living Alex Chiu. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, Magneto rips the adamantium out of Wolverine all the fucking time.
That means it's a magnet affected. It's a metal that's affected by magnetism, but doesn't have its own inherent magnetism.
Okay,
so if you stick Wolverine in a microwave, would it cause the microwave to explode?
Well, that's because it's very thoroughly.
If I stick aluminum in a microwave, it's still going to be bad, but aluminum's not attracted to magnets.
I want to point out that Mike was so defeated by the last segment that my joke about Wolverine and healing with these rings has caused him to just latch on and be like, no, your science is wrong.
I'm just saying. No, I didn't. I wasn't the one that said that. Oh, God damn.
Well, I'm not done yet. I still got more of this quote to read.
God, I'm sorry.
I think Wolverine should wear the foot ones, though.
I agree.
Wolverine with Kanoki foot pads would be awful.
No, I mean the Alex Chiu foot clamps.
Oh no, I don't want to know what's at the bottom of Wolverine's feet.
Yeah, okay.
No.
They're probably hairy.
Quote, with a perfect body, you are supposed to look extraordinary beautiful. Again, I'm just reading it as it's written.
Nope, just go for it.
Not at all. No consideration for cultural differences in beauty or anything.
Nope.
Yep. Your eyes are clear. Your arms and legs are strong. Your organs function great. Your IQ will break 180.
What?
You are to be young and beautiful forever! ! Ow! You must make your body perfect. No damage or close to no damage in order to become the super race.
What?
Did he just channel Hitler?
And this is where I plant a huge fucking red flag in all of this.
But hold on, back up. So your organs function great. How is that beautiful?
That's beautiful, man. I've got a beautiful spleen.
If you're not rotting from the inside, I'm assuming that's probably good for your complexion.
When I have the most stunningly beautiful colon you've ever seen.
Say when I look at pornography of beautiful people, I think, wow, they have great organs.
I don't know.
Man, those kidneys must be fucking great because she is really peeing on that dude. Damn it.
That is not what I was expecting. Oh my God. You ever actually seen the inside of your colon, by the way?
No.
Just me?
I can't reach my head
Let's move
there.
on. No, I had some photos taken.
By a guy
photos?
in an alley.
Yes. No, I had
Canon
an
D150.
endoscopy done, and
Sure.
they had a camera.
That's what the guy said it was, but
I'm not gonna lie, they had 2 cameras, and I was finger cuffs, and I got to
Wait.
keep the photos, and it's
Kevin.
very pink and squishy.
so they went from both ends?
Yep.
Did they plant a little tiny railroad spike in the middle?
No,
made
but
of
you
gold?
know, nope. But they did high five.
Ah, nice.
You know what I appreciate is now everybody knows about Kevin's colon.
You're goddamn right. In fact, you know what? I had a diesel motor installed, and now it's a semicolon.
That's awful. I hate you.
I'm gonna shit on your
I hate
desk.
you. Gonna kill some fucking younglings. Okay.
Yeah, you do that, Annie.
So yeah, obviously red flag here, the mention of the super race.
Yeah, let's talk about that for a second.
Yeah, so while this has been fun overall, this is one of the many questionable statements and phrasings he makes on his website.
Yeah, so like, are the rings some kind of final solution, or?
So we're gonna have to talk about some of his political and racial views another time, because we still have a lot to cover regarding these fucking plastic rings.
Yeah, that's a later episode. Let's keep moving.
Yeah, that's gonna be a light and breezy one for us. So, another fun bit, quote, cells act like magnets, for they are magnets themselves. Again, split the word into 2. The earliest type of animals are all worm-like, long and straight animals. Because a cell has north and south pole, just like a magnet, it attracts to other AOTHER. Yeah, other cells. Other cells north or south pole. With this attraction, a group of cells form into a single straight line. The earliest animals were formed that way. Mike, hold on, Mike.
That's me.
That's Kevin, but I'm
Keep going, man. Keep going.
If magnetic energy is further applied to animal body in the correct polarity, it will make the animal body more stronger and denser. Below is a picture of disordered weak cells. Cholesterol easily jams in this kind of cell body.
So just to point out how distressed I was earlier, that cells are like magnets shit. I couldn't even wrap my brain around a retort for that.
I want to point out that if cells are like magnets and they have north and south and blah blah blah, then the worm is the perfect animal.
Yeah, why'd we become,
why would we get these fucked up meat bodies with bad backs?
Why?
Right.
That's why, Kevin, because we aren't worms.
Shouldn't we be worms, though?
Well, no, we strayed from the perfect evolution of
We have
wormtism.
strayed from God's path.
Thing. I have my wife call me a worm all the time, so I am technically a worm.
Yeah, but don't you ask her to do that?
Yes.
Okay,
So-
well,
It's a
that's
thing.
different.
Anyway,
So
Mike,
cells-
just doing a sanity check on you here. How you doing, buddy?
So cells act like magnets, eh? I've never heard that before, ever, anywhere. Now,
Mike, are you okay? We're checking.
No, because atoms have, a magnetic polarity, yes, but the cells themselves, in fact, the forming long straight lines, that's not true either. Some of the earliest speculated multi-cell organisms were just like clumps of cells all over.
Yeah.
In fact, the reason we became multicellular organisms is suspected that these clumps kind of became these hollow, what is that thing called? The ocean. It's like basically like a balloon in the ocean. It's just this certain type of single-celled organism, but they arrange themselves into a ball that's hollow in the middle.
Bubbles?
Blast something.
Blastules?
Something I can't remember, but yeah,
Metroids?
they're kind of faintly
Metroids.
they're kind of faintly green, and they just they form that way, and that's theorized that that's basically how the transition from single cell to multicellular organisms happened.
I think Alex Chiu would explain that.
I never wanted to do acid before this episode, but here we are.
But so even that's wrong.
Yeah. Can we...
So this idea of cell magnetism is also used by Chiu to explain wrinkles.
I knew this was going to get stupider.
As they are simply disordered cells caused by the slowing of blood flow, which results in the jamming of cholesterol, and as the cholesterol piles up, the body ages in that spot.
That's not how any of this fucking works, goddammit!
That has nothing to do with the deterioration of collagen or anything. No.
Shut the fuck up. Nothing means anything anymore, Mike.
The immortality rings can cure everything from old scars and wrinkles to bloodshot eyes, reduction of fat, and disfiguration from being hit in the face.
You heard it, folks. Hit Alex Chiu in the face. It won't phase him. Look.
And the disfiguration from being hit in the face is from his website.
It'll phase him, but he'll be able to heal like Wolverine.
You know what? Fuck it. Fuck religion. This is my religion now. Alex Chiu's immortality rings. Worship it at the church of your choice. This is what I believe now.
Like, honestly, after spending so much time reading about this guy, he is my muse.
I know that.
The insane bullshit that he is able to get away with.
I understand. I completely understand, because it's like, he's happier than we'll ever be.
Yeah, I mean, he has that clarity of conviction.
Yeah, I don't believe in anything this strongly.
Now, note that none of these claims are backed by research or photographs. These are all just MS Paint drawings.
And why wouldn't they be?
Bad MS Paint drawings, too, I must add.
Why wouldn't they be?
Oh, the energy in that magnet one where the two magnets are coming together, I think that's pretty sick. I think he did a pretty good job there.
That's pretty badass. It is a straight up like Goku versus Vegeta panel.
So, this series of web pages goes on for a long time, and at multiple points he writes, "This is how my device actually works."
This is what Scientologists actually believe.
So every time he adds something new to it, he doesn't go back and correct the old stuff. He just says, "This is how my device actually works." The whole thing feels like he's writing it on the fly and free associating pseudoscience and a misunderstanding of biological principles, stitching them into this nightmare.
This just sounds like he's trying to defend himself from the voices in his fucking head.
And also, what's his test criteria? Because he says he tests the shit.
No, wait. I want you to know what his customers say.
Mike is banging his head on the desk.
No,
that's what
my
you
fist,
just heard. Okay.
Well,
all right.
Well, okay, we're going to give you your proof right now. Yeah. On his webpage, proof.html. It has you covered.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
So he has some written testimonials for his products and YouTube videos recorded by his fans.
Quote, there's no quotes around the word fans in this, David. What the fuck?
No, because he has legitimate fans. We'll talk about that.
Okay.
He also has a YouTube channel to talk about his views and theories. We'll get to that another time, but he uses his YouTube channel as a way to showcase his unaging appearance. Now, he assumes that his most compelling evidence is himself, as the page is filled with photos of him over the years. The problem is that these photos show a man who is aging, which is something that is not supposed to be possible with the immortality device. That being said, he has a good bone structure, but his hair is progressively thinning out and his hairline does recede noticeably.
But what about his kidneys?
That's a good question. I'm sure his kidneys are fine.
I'm willing to wager he has the organs of a man half his age.
Yeah, he harvested them himself.
Yeah, I was going to say, in a bucket, in the garage. Mike apparently just looked up the photos.
No, I just went to his YouTube page. His YouTube page. Why is there a very large red flag with a white circle with a
black, you saw that!
Black symbol in the middle?
Oh, you saw the Nazi flag.
Future, baby. That is a future topic.
We'll come back to that shit, Mike. I saw that.
But looking at him, yeah, he's in the
he's in his 40s.
Not G4. What was it before? The the Comedy Central show, the
Daily Show.
Daily Show. That's it. In the Daily Show, yeah, he looks like a young 20s, dude, and you hear, yeah, he's in his 40s,
and now he looks like us.
Yeah, I mean, he is Look, if he invented this shit in '99, he has not been using it every day.
Right?
You forget. Your mind is taken up by lofty thoughts.
So I've recently started taking omeprazole because I have like acid reflux. I don't remember to take that shit every day. Like I forgot to take it today. I forgot to take it yesterday.
I haven't taken it in a week, and I didn't realize it till I burped, and it felt like burning.
So yeah, he's
especially
just
after you have a piece of pizza.
And if his stuff is so good, if you forget it for 1 or 2 nights a week, it just fucks everything up.
Oh, yeah.
It's like the picture of Dorian Gray.
Except he is the picture.
Oh, wait a minute. Is that... Oh, so I moused over the latest video, and I just saw a raised shirt. I thought it was his butt at first, but it was his stomach.
Oh, God.
He's raising his shirt up and pointing at his stomach. But
as you scroll down, you'll see that he has several videos on incest.
Oh,
shut up. Shut up.
But no, shut up. At first, I thought he was pointing at his butthole. I mean, literally, because you see his belt and his shirt pulled up. And
the original immortality ring.
Oh.
Well, the chakra.
Let's go.
Chakra.
So, I'm not going to dig too much into the testimonials here because ultimately these are either made up by Chiu or they're sick people who have been manipulated by him.
That is the saddest goddamn thing we've said all night.
Yeah, he's a man of many grifts. So I do want to circle back on 2 things. One thing that we brought up earlier was his views on Taiwanese heritage. Okay, this is going to get fun.
Oh, boy.
I'm going to quote something from his website. Quote,
of course
I am not a Taiwanese. I am Chinese. And I wish China will one day take Taiwan back, peacefully or by force at any cost! ! A Taiwanese who does not consider himself to be Chinese does not deserve to become immortal. So if that's you, my product is not for you.
That's hardcore as shit.
So yeah, he's a total authoritarian.
Well, now, before you call him a Chinese nationalist, watch out.
Mm-hmm.
Because on that same page, he hits us with this. Quote, I hate Chinese Confucius's philosophy the most. Confucius said, there is a golden house in a book, there is also beautiful woman in a book. He means if you study, you get rich. I don't like his philosophy. All Confucius knows is money. I say that there is nothing but benefit to mankind in a book. Americans use book to build heaven. Chinese use books as tools to get rich quick. They laugh at you if you perceive new discoveries or ideas. That's why they will never improve. Chinese are too practical. When you talk about investing in new technologies, Chinese would back out. They rather open a Chinese restaurant than investing them in some new technology that would change the world. But realize the richest people on earth are still the most inventive people, the Americans. Bill Gates wouldn't say, let's open up Chinese restaurants everywhere. No. He said, I dream that one day every house will have a computer, and through computers there will be a huge network. No wonder why he has 90 billion. So that's a lot.
So I think he pitched his idea to
Shark Tank?
To some Chinese companies, and they shot him down.
Yeah. Also, David, you cut out at one point on what may be my favorite quote where it says hack no.
Uh-huh.
Instead of heck. Hack no.
Mm-hmm.
That is, that's a lot to unpack.
I hope most of the audio is there because that was very intense to read.
That was
and
all
very
there except for hack. Yeah. That's,
it was very uncomfortable.
I can imagine. It was uncomfortable listening to it.
Yes. So, there's a lot going on here, and there's something that you'll see on his website where there's this tendency where he takes issue with his own facial features and praises himself the more white he appears. There is way too much to unpack here, but we will cover his views on race, world government, and religion in the future.
Motherfucker, we better.
Yeah. there's so much to this guy. So, secondly, I just want to touch on the Orientalist nature of Chiu's whole grift. So, namely, his website is coded with references to Eastern philosophy, and his attitude towards China and Chinese philosophy is very much driven by what he can use or not.
Mm-hmm.
If China gives him some sort of value in his thing that he's doing, he's all for it.
But if it's not, fuck it.
Yeah. But the other thing that is very much the other thing that he uses very much is elements of like Far Eastern belief in healing, and repackages them as pseudoscience garbage with magnets, while simultaneously disparaging the culture from which these beliefs originate.
Oh wow.
Which is even stranger given his Taiwanese background and what appears to be like almost Chinese nationalism, but not quite. And I didn't even get to the combination Chinese flag with Nazi-style eagle imagery on the website.
Yeah, no, that was... let's not forget that he practices sort of a Jewish faith here. This is... Mike, you had a good analogy for that, didn't you?
What was that? The
whole thing where he's got the Nazi flag with the Chinese flag in it, and he's a practicing Jew, and you had an analogy for that.
God, I don't remember, unfortunately.
Yeah, this episode has completely baked both of our brains. It's definitely like... Oh, I remember you said it was like... somebody said it was like cockroaches praising Ray as their Lord and Savior. In that it's just really weird.
Mm-hmm. So, we're getting to the end here. So,
yay!
Yeah, like I'm sorry I put you guys through this.
No, it's fine. This is the best comedy.
So here's the question: does he believe in what he's peddling?
I think so.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't think you. I mean, he. Like I said, I don't know how much money he's making now, but back in the beginning, he was only charging. Admittedly, it was $99 and $16.89 or whatever was a lot more money, but still, that's still like $50 or something. I mean, I don't. I'm
going to tell you something, man. The best con man is the one that actually believes what he's selling.
Oh yeah, or that's like worst, depending on
totally think he believes this.
Yeah, see, I'm not sure. I feel like there is a genuine belief in what he sells, given his conviction and longevity. But he's been doing this for over 2 decades. But
you would sometimes,
yeah,
like some doubt would start creeping in when he's seeing the lack of results.
No. He sees himself every day, and like you don't see the changes until like one day you look in the mirror and you're like, I'm old.
And also he doesn't, looking at the YouTube stuff, he doesn't look, bad. So he probably gets a lot of stuff like I do, which is like, people find out how old I am and they're like, oh, you don't look that old.
I never would have known you were 80 if you hadn't told me, Mike.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I mean, he does have a hell of a jawline.
He does.
Yeah, so he probably gets that a lot, and it kind of, adds into this whole thing. Like, oh, I didn't know. You don't look 47. You look like you're 32.
Sure.
But it's the thing. It's like he's been going at this for a long time. He probably believes in it to a degree. But also, like, I recognize the tactics and tricks of a con man in all of this.
Sure. Yes, he's a con man, but he's also like, it's a hustle. Yeah.
So, I would like to end this episode by reading some Amazon reviews of his immortality rings. Much like a Marvel Studios film, Alex Chiu will return in another episode of the podcast.
Or James Bond.
But no, Marvel's more hip and trendy right now.
Oh, yeah, it's true. Also, they don't drink that much and don't smoke that much, so yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just going to go ahead and read some of these Amazon reviews. We ready for this?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
1 star. Title. Hard plastic not practical to wear. Quote. Extremely uncomfortable to wear. Can't say for sure they even do anything.
Who would have thought?
1 star. Title. Ripoff. Comment. Ripoff. Stupid.
Yep.
1 star. Title, they don't work. I didn't live forever. I want my money back.
I don't know. That's a troll.
Oh, I love the trolls. God bless the trolls.
So
I bought these rings and wore them every day. Unfortunately, they do not work as advertised because I recently died. I want my money back.
So, talking about the comfort thing, so I did notice some pictures of the rings on the website, which very grainy, black and white. He must have they must still be the same pictures he probably took in like the early
98,
90s or
99.
maybe the early 2000s with like one of those Sony Mavica, one of the first digital cameras.
He's probably still working through his original stock. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
but the pictures themselves, I don't know. Kevin's slightly familiar with like the gubbins of a car. I don't know about you, David, but they look like plastic hose clamps.
They do. And I think what it is he made the rings out of hose clamps with a magnet inside.
Well, they're kind of on the outside, but
Are they?
Yeah.
I saw them earlier today, and I've tried not to think about this for the rest of the day.
They don't look like they'd be comfortable at all.
No. No, God, no.
Because they're just like little clicky ratcheting hose clamp things that you adjust for size.
Now, David,
I got another fun one for you.
You got another 1 star, yeah.
Yes. 1 star. Title, help, I am in pain. Comment, I really loved the ring. Fit well, and for the past 10 years, I have worn it faithfully. No aging at all. The problem is, I was hit by a car a month ago. The ring melded with my bone. Now I can't die. I am in so much pain. Please help me, Mr. Chiu. How do I stop the immortality your ring has brought? I no longer want to be immortal, but please help me find some peace.
I'm sorry. The trolls are... God bless the trolls.
Right, the trolls are great, but here's the thing. 3-star reviews are hilarious to me because statistically speaking, people are more prone to go for the extremes in rating, like 1s or 5. So 3 stars implies that they felt something worked, but it just wasn't enough.
I will say when I look at Amazon reviews, I definitely try to see what the middle of the road people are saying about it.
Yeah.
Well, you know what the middle of the road people remind me of? The 3-star reviews. You remember how, on MTV, they would do the call-in polls where you could call in and vote yes, no, or no opinion? And it's like you spent 95 cents a minute to let them know you had no fucking feeling one way or the other.
Yeah. I mean, that kind of, that makes sense because that costs you something.
Yeah.
But,
But
if I'm like reviewing, some crap I bought off Amazon, and it's not the best thing.
Yeah, but still, what is it? We're gonna find out. But I just picture a 3-star review being, I'm kind of immortal.
Well, I'm just talking about things in general.
But I think that the public largely as a whole, just statistically, is more likely to go for the 1 or the 5. So the 3s always stand out to me because
the
it brings up a lot of
really
questions.
Fun, yes.
Yeah. So here we go. 3 stars. Title, not sure about weight loss, but I like them.
Oh, boy.
Quote, I read about these in Kevin Trudeau's book and thought I would give them a try. I do, quote, feel, end quote, something happening, which I did not feel anything at first, but I have not lost a lot of weight using them. They do seem to be helping with chi. As I notice, the days when I've worn them the night before seem to go much easier and better for me. They are, quote, clunky feeling on the hand, and the stronger ones can pull a magnet out. They are so strong if you put your hands too close together. I would recommend starting with the weaker ones first.
So, putting your hands together can, in fact, break the immortality rings.
Well, yeah, you're looking at the design, there's just, the magnets aren't really held in very well, it looks like.
I love the cheat,
They look like they just kind of slide in.
It sounds like they're just experiencing the confidence of someone that knows they went to bed with hose clamps on the next day.
Here we go. 3 stars. Title, uncomfortable. Quote, uncomfortable.
Oh, that's great.
And now I have a couple 5 stars for you, and then we're going to be done.
Oh,
so,
good. Okay.
5 stars. Title, They Work, 3 exclamation points. Quote, these rings work. I had a partial back injury from squatting weights. I wore them last night while I slept, and my back feels a lot better overnight. Usually it takes a bit longer to heal like that. Plus, I look a lot younger than I am.
Well, that is Alex Chiu right there.
Yeah, the separating over. Yeah, it's totally his writing style.
That is him using a sock puppet.
I've only been looking at his writing style for the first time in 15 years just tonight, and I can recognize that already.
Yeah, no, that is Alex Chiu right there.
And then one last 5-star review.
Okay.
5 stars. Title, great product. Quote, this product is amazing. I'm immortal now. I bleed no more. There is no limit to the use this product has.
This is, again, Alex.
I don't know. That seems to flow a little better than Alex's writing.
No, all it means is that he remembered how to use periods.
He got the Grammarly app.
Yeah. No, he used the autocorrect.
You can't discount the fact that there's going to be true believers.
I want to so bad.
I mean, unfortunately, any stupid bullcrap you come up with, there's going to be some true believers.
This is really...
we could sit here and brainstorm the dumbest shit ever, and someone would be like, that's my jam. I like that.
I have developed a tumor in the front of my fucking head, and I'm naming it Alex Chiu.
That's my new worldview.
Yep.
So how does this compare to Time Cube?
This is so much worse than Time Cube. Because this guy is still alive, and there's more.
Well, it's like the Time Cube that keeps on giving.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I've got a list of just topic after topic.
The Giving Chew.
No. It's the Giving Kinoki.
So,
you missed that joke, the Giving Kinoki.
Yeah, I heard that, and I get it.
Okay.
I got it.
You just didn't like it.
No.
Okay.
So one of the videos on his YouTube channel, he made his own version of the Imperial March.
Yes, that's one of his bizarre claims about his past, because apparently as a 6-year-old, he wrote the Imperial March and John Williams stole it.
Of course. That's how it always is. There's always I did this amazing thing. I am the amazing song boy.
So, but here's the thing. So at first it plays the John Williams version, and then it goes into his version. Which sucks, by the way. It's a musical train wreck. Yes, it's discordant.
Is it on a Pianosaurus?
No.
Then I don't believe he wrote it at 6.
Well, no, this is recent. This is, he says he composed the score using Muse Score software.
Well, great for him.
Yeah, but it's...
it's
awful. Oh, God, it is so terrible.
We should include that in the notes.
Yeah, here's the thing.
That should be our outro.
Could we play it? Yeah,
we'll go out on that instead of our normal outro music.
Oh, Jesus Christ, we're gonna lose so many subscribers.
You made it to the end, so fuck you. We have your 2 hours already.
It's like if John Williams
had a stroke.
Was like having diarrhea on the toilet and tried to write music at the same time.
That reminds me, I described a Butthole Surfer song as a noise your stomach makes right before you have a massive diarrheal explosion. But I really thought that Time Cube or David Icke was going to win the Golden Enrique this year. But
are we going? We're going for our seasons for that.
Yeah, I think
not calendar year.
I think after May we're going to go into season 2.
Okay,
and it's
pretty close.
It's pretty close, but I'm really leaning toward Alex Chiu right now. Because David, give us a list of some of our future topics real quick, so Mike will understand.
Yeah, so these are just my rough notes. I have the Cell Realignment Machine.
Which sounds like a Dr. Seuss book.
The Gorgeous Pill.
George
Super I
Spiel.
Ching.
Super I Ching.
Is that like
Alex's-
an iPad?
Yes, the I Ching.
It's his religious philosophy. Yes, he has
God.
an entire section devoted to his religious philosophy.
Oh, fuck me running with guns.
Alex's predictions of the future.
So yeah, I saw
Oh, boy.
one of his YouTube videos where he prophetic dream Russia will use nuclear weapons early 2023. So apparently he has prophetic dreams.
Yeah, I think that's reading the newspaper and making a guess.
Well, no,
the
he's
World
talking about a real
Corporation
dream.
Plan.
Wait, what was that, David?
The World Corporation Plan.
Oh boy.
Alex Chiu's New Darwinism.
If you're ugly, you die.
You know, upgrade our Darwinism.
Alex Chiu's Space Station.
Quote space station.
Quote space station. That's,
Alex Chiu's views on God.
Oh boy.
That's quite a thing.
Alex
no.
Chiu on women,
please no.
specifically strippers.
Oh god damn it. Fuck.
Alex slides into the alt-right.
Can he slide on like the Crocodile Mile at least?
Ethno-nationalist Chinese, but thinks communism is the Antichrist.
Wait, what?
Alex Chiu on incest porn and pedophilia.
Good night, everybody.
I'm afraid to know which way he leans in that one.
Oh boy.
So that's some of the stuff I got planned for you guys.
But it's your kid. Fuck.
If it's
Can
some
the
like
immortality rings repair trauma?
some
I
gross
don't know.
bio-truth shit, I bet.
And the bad thing is, I still want to get the rings and just try them and see what
Kevin,
You
happens.
could
I'll-
probably get some rings from him.
Kevin, I'll make you some if you really want that.
He actually provides the instructions to make them yourself.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yes, he
Wow.
actually has the instructions.
Okay,
You look around
that
his
says-
website, he will provide them.
That
And-
says
and
true believer right there.
Slightly to his credit, like in his video thing, it says buy my rings at his website. The price is negotiable.
Wow. Okay.
So,
I'm gonna give him a lot of credit for like believing for huffing his own farts.
so there's alexchew.com, but his current website apparently is livemuchlonger.com.
That's a one
He also
David
had
mentioned. Yeah.
Live Forever Now.
I don't want to.
He had a bunch of immortality-related URLs.
Does he have a killmenow.com where he sells like
Sure.
immortality handguns or any kind of like thing that'll take me out of the world? Because holy shit.
Oh yeah, there's this.
I've been
alignment
waiting to
machine.
do this episode. Like
I know
I
you
wanted to
have.
do Dancing Plague for a long time. I'm so happy I did Dancing Plague, but this was one of those that I'm like, no, I have to do this fucking episode.
When you said internet snake oil, I was like, this will be a fun hour. And it's been 2. And I wish I was fucking dead now. What the fuck, dude? Holy shit. This has truly been amazing, though. This has been on the level of Time Cube as far as pain goes.
Deep hurting.
Sandstorm. So, Mike, what is it?
I'm just looking at the page for the gorgeous pill.
Oh, no. Okay, we'll talk about that next week. How's that? I definitely want to talk about the gorgeous pill.
Well, I think next week we're doing Weekend Weird, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
like,
and I'll bring up something on YouTube, but I want to save Gorgeous Pill to tie it to the Cell realignment.
Okay, all right.
Because
Okay.
Alex, I think at this point he deserves full episodes.
Because if you want to take gorgeous pill, you need the rings.
Oh god,
Because it doesn't
So,
work by itself.
Here's the thing. I think that the title for the next Alex Chiu episode should be some kind of a play on like some kind of Pokemon movie involving Mewtwo, like Chew 2.
2 squared. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I was going to go Alex Chiu 2 Electric Boogaloo, but unfortunately, the Boogaloo boys have ruined it for us.
Yeah,
so.
unfortunately. Well, look, thank you everyone for listening. If you've made it this far, holy crap, thank you so much. You are amazing, and we really, truly appreciate everything you do. Don't forget, you can head over to our website at supernatpod.rocks. You will find links to everything there, including our Patreon, our Discord. You can find us on Twitter at supernatpod. until we get taken off for Legos. And again, you can head to supernatpod.rocks and find everything you need. My brain's fried. I guess I'm done. Anybody got any follow-ups real quick before we go?
All this talk about like snake oil stuff and hoodoo, and I forgot to mention perineum sunning.
Oh yeah,
is that the thing where you sun your balls
or the taint?
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay,
yeah,
so
like that's only like for me. That's the side effect of going to a nude beach once. Like,
well, no, you gotta.
I got it crispy.
Well, no, you gotta like. You gotta go to the nude beach and lay down and spread your legs towards God.
Look what you've done! Look what you've done!
Okay, God. Okay, put it away, please.
Jesus. Jesus Christ. Yes, Dad? Shut up.
Go
Close your legs. Do something. Jesus, it looks like a zipper.
I designed that. Fuck. I was drunk.
God, you can see the seam. It's like a bad Bigfoot costume down there. Anyway, thank you for listening. We'll see you next week for some Weekend Weird. David, Mike, as always, thank you for being on the show. It would not be worth it without you.
Sure. Oh.
Thank you for having me on.
Yes. Remember, send all complaints to David. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, we will talk to you next week. So until then, stay safe and stay frosty. Goodbye. I guess that's it. Everybody's just too fucking numb.